Hello. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Well,
Gerald.
hello, Jillie. Thank you so very much for joining me.
So very well.
Um, I am, I'm just looking at, oh, I got an error.
Oh, look, I can see.
You
I
can,
see. I feel like Miss Jean in Romper Room. I see Sandra. I see Robin.
yes. And this
Hi,
dude,
you guys.
Dash.
I see. I see Tarot Stash. Hey, you guys. It's good to see you.
And, and, and I know a lot of people are probably watching Jonathan daily on his live. So
Oh, that's true too. Yep. So there's a lot going on.
there is, and isn't that that's the thing that I appreciate about YouTube, because I like catching lives, but then I can go back and I can watch them whenever I want.
I always say to people when they say to me, "Oh, I'm so sorry I can't be in your live," I say that's what the replay's for. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
And I am also not I'm also not opposed to, like, if I were a guest in your live and you were interviewing somebody else, but I really wanted to see Jonathan's as well. I'm not beyond having two tabs open and going back and forth. Look, I'm giving you my attention and him as well. I can multitask. I can.
Absolutely. And I
And I
fully
don't
support.
think there's anything wrong with that.
There
That's
is
just my
not.
opinion. I
There
don't
is
think.
not. Oh, look, Jen's here.
Hey,
The lovely Jen, and that's lovely. So
which
anyhow,
Hen? It's Hen. My
hen.
love, how are you doing? Wow, it's early there. She's up at 5 a.m. Good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
And
for her.
yeah, and then next Tuesday, I'll do some promotion. Next Tuesday on Jen's channel, Jen's Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation, Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, and I are going to be doing a live VR to Friends in Tarot, hashtag Friends in Tarot.
Nice.
So it just
That's
makes me
exciting.
extremely happy. Kim is here. Kim, Moon
Kim.
Whisperer, hello. Hello. And so for those of you who are just joining, we have Jillie, Little Zen Crone. I have to have that. I have to have that. And so, and Jamie is here. She came in just as her name was being said.
Me too.
Um, and I am feeling obligated to actually go have donuts, because apparently eating donuts helps heal Jamie. Did you know this?
No.
Yeah. So I'm like going, all right. So every time every time we eat a donut, we send healing. It's like superpowering her.
It's sort of
So
exciting. Did you know that I live within 2 blocks of 2 Italian bakeries?
no.
One is 2 blocks this way and one is 2 blocks that way.
Wow. So do you
Yeah.
go to one in the morning and then one in the afternoon?
I've been very good since I've lived here. We've been here almost 3 years, and I'll bet you that we've visited both of them less than a half a dozen times.
I am impressed. I am
Every
impressed.
once in a while, like, oh, when we did Sandra's birthday, remember I had tiramisu that day. So that was from one of those bakeries.
Yes.
And about, gosh, I was talking to Sandra at the time too. It was maybe a week or two later. I just really was craving that tiramisu again. So I said, "Mr. Honey, would you please?" And he said, "Sure." So he went and got that.
You should marry him.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I should. I
Yeah.
should marry
Yeah.
him. He
So
hasn't asked.
he hasn't asked, and but so it's funny because there, have you ever been to like Spaghetti Warehouse? Is there a Spaghetti Warehouse or near you?
I was there when I lived in Akron. There was a
Okay.
spaghetti warehouse there. I did not like it. it was way too like open and noisy, and the tables were close together, and there was
Yeah.
just too much going on for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I understand that. Sometimes I have gone and I like to live life in my own way. So I would
Really?
go and order, surprising, isn't it?
It is shocking.
Yeah. But I would go and I would order tiramisu for my appetizer.
Mhm.
And then I would order the ravioli for my dessert.
Mm.
So, but
So
anyway,
I'm cooking Italian tonight. I'm making pasta alla norma. Do you know what that is?
no.
Apparently it's like, I looked up what can you do with eggplant and pasta on YouTube last night, and pasta alla norma is a big deal. So you
Wow.
roast it, you cut it into little cubes and you roast it. Some people fry it like in a little bit of oil, and you throw some like canned tomatoes over it and boil like a tubular pasta, or like maybe farfalle, the bow ties,
Yeah.
and mix it together, and it's supposed to be yummy. So that's what I'm doing for dinner.
Hmm. I should bring a bottle of red over then.
You should.
Okay.
You should do
Just
that.
just the two? Do we need three? I mean,
Three's a possibility. I
okay.
mean,
All right.
you know me, I
Well,
like my wine, you know.
yeah. Well, I'll just bring four, and then that way I can leave it as a host gift. So, well,
Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you notice that I'm wearing my round readers to match you?
separated at birth, people. Separated
Yes,
at birth. That's awesome.
yours are a little. I love yours. These.
Thank you.
So I had a tragedy. Um, I don't know how this happened.
Uh-oh.
Okay, because I wear my readers when I knit. So
Mm-hmm.
my knitting was in my lap, but my readers must have been too. So I must have been looking at something else, right? I stood up, crunch. I stepped right on them, and I thought, oh, I might be able to fix them. Nope. So
Yeah.
I ordered these from, the Amazon, and they came in a beautiful case. They came with an eyeglass fixer tool thing. They
Oh,
came
nice.
with, yeah, a keychain. I don't know why. They came with one of those little hooky thing, the necklace thingies.
Nice.
And yeah, it was nice. So anyway,
Cool.
they came yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got more people who've shown up.
Oh,
The last one I said was hi, Kim, and Deanne is here, Blue Crescent Tarot.
hi, lovely.
And you'll see why when you read my extra long message, Jillie.
Okay.
So, um, and Jamie says, hey, Rev.
Hey, Jamie.
Jezebel is here. Hello.
Hey, Jezebel.
Patrice is here. Patrice, hugs to you and your
Oh,
lovely wife.
I'm
So,
hugging you too, Patrice
Vernetta.
and
So,
Vern.
well, and now here's if watching Jonathan's live, now I'm going to think about Patrice when I look at the lovers card in that deck.
Mm.
So, which is a good thing. So, um, Jamie has called me an overachiever, of course. Oh, we just jumped. Is my audio a little low, people? Is my
No,
audio a little low?
you sound okay to me.
Okay. Antoinette is here. Hello.
Hi, Antoinette.
Water Child Tarot.
Oh, and there's Zane. Hey, Zane.
Zane is here.
Hi, Hey, V. Kestrel. You're here too.
Yay. Oh, there's so many
And all
people.
the people. There's Selkie. Hi,
Wow.
lady.
Kim
All
has
right.
made chicken curry or curried chicken and chickpeas with balsamic rice and pita bread for the
Uh,
kiddos today.
who made
Uh,
that?
that is Kim, Moon Whisperer.
Oh, Kim, chicken curry is or veg curry is one of my favorite things to make. I love it.
MA is here.
Hi, MA. We've
So
got so many peeps in.
we
So
do.
how does this work, Gerald? When do I get to start showing things?
Whip it out. Show it. Show it.
All
Go
right.
for it. Because this is, I like to say, this is a casual.
So
It's whatever you want. So go for it. Hi, Debbie.
many things, so little time.
Yes.
All right. So let me start with decks.
Okay.
So as people know, I am in an intentional year, depth year, and my original plan was to buy only one deck every quarter. And honestly, I do think I've made it. Maybe a little bit, but the point is not even like I put that limitation on myself, but if I wanted to buy another deck, I would really, I've been really thinking about my purchases.
Yeah.
So the deck that I purchased is this little box of wonder, the Witch's Wisdom.
Okay. Yeah.
And to promote my channel a little bit, I will tell people that I'm going to be doing a deep dive deck study with me.
Okay.
So I'm going to talk about the way I work with a deck, and hopefully other people will tell me the way they work with decks. And then I'm going to do, at least for the majors, I'm going to do one card every day.
Okay.
Or thereabouts. And you can come and work through the Witch's Wisdom with me, or you can bring your own deck and talk about that in the comments. Doesn't matter. It's just kind of getting together as a community and all doing deck study together.
Right.
Look, this deck, I've been telling people it's the best $25 I ever spent for a mass market deck. Let me hold it up. So see that the book is like a linen-y kind of book, and it's pretty big. It's not, there's no color pictures, but there's lots of juiciness in here, lots of juicy stuff. And then the deck itself comes in a really nice heavy bag. Right. And I'm sure people have seen the cards, but I'll show a couple anyway. Oh, I'll show you my first edging. So
Candy Soul and Soil says the Witch's Wisdom is gorgeous.
Yes, it is. So I think what freaks people out about it is that it's a different system. She did her own take on the majors. Right. She did her own take on the minors. And I think, people just got a little wigged out with that. Whoops, that's upside down. But I don't know. I've just really been able to dive into this deck, and I find it very nurturing, and yet very, it's not nurturing in that fluffy way. It's nurturing in a really deep way. So I have never edged a deck before. Okay. Ooh. I was scared to death to do it. So my friend Zane said, hey, why don't we just do it together? So I bought a bunch of Sharpies, and I edged my first deck. And there it is. It's not perfect. She's not perfect, but I like her. Yes. And so, yeah. Saturday, Hen and Mendy and Zane and I on my channel are going to do a live deck modding party. So I have another deck, my second deck that I'll be modding, which is the Light Seers. And we're just going to get together and mod decks and just like chit chat about stuff. Like, what are you reading this summer? What are you doing this summer? What do that kind of thing. A casual.
A casual.
It's casual.
All right. Casual. And I think everybody should have casuals. Surround yourself by people who, bring you joy.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
So I decided that I needed a new reading cloth. So I bought this pretty batik cloth from Etsy.
Lovely. Where did you buy that? One of my favorite stores is, and I'm going to not remember it right now, but they're located in Southern Ohio. Um, oh, geesh.
Honestly, I think that might be the same store, and I can't remember. I used to buy my reading cloths and bags from a store named Sacred Cloth, but I can't find it on there anymore. They must have closed.
Oh, geesh.
Yeah. So then I received a lovely gift from a friend, and it was the first edition of the Messenger Oracle. I know a second edition came out, and the second edition does not have borders, but I like this one. I think it's really cool. I have not worked with it yet.
Oh, that's nice.
I've been looking at the pictures. There we go. Looking at the pictures. Whoops. And these are the backs. I think the backs are really cool too. So that came. And then I think this came within the same week. Another friend who shall remain nameless sent me something that just made me smile so much that day. And when I opened the package, this is what was there.
What?
I don't know who sent that to me. People, how long ago was that? 2 weeks now?
It's probably been 2 weeks, yeah.
Okay, so 2 weeks ago, I still hadn't taken it out of the cellophane because I was waiting for this. So I took it out of the cellophane right before we went live. And these are the backs.
Yes.
And then these are some of the cards. Sorry, I keep missing the camera here.
That's all right.
And
yeah,
I love it. I love it.
I think that's great.
So this is going to be a fun deck to go into. So the last deck.
Okay.
Oh,
take a breath for a second, because
okay.
Antoinette says she loves the Golden Girls series.
Me too.
Neem still has not guessed who has sent you that deck. So, you know, that's surprising. And Antoinette also,
No.
yeah.
That way.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, it was me. It was me. Antoinette said, sharp intake of breath. What are you doing to the light seers?
I'm going to edge it.
Okay.
I haven't gotten to chopping borders off yet. I have to graduate to that part.
Yeah. And Jezebel was like a casual deck modding. I think that's great.
Yep. Oh, I'm going to hold on.
Okay.
I think I'm all right.
Okay, good.
Okay, so this was a purchase. Somebody, I think it was Jamie. I'm blaming Jamie. Maybe it could have been Zane too. Told me about, I haven't even taken this out of the sleeve yet. Told me about the borderless Tarot de Saint Croix. Mr. Honey bought me the Tarot de Saint Croix for Christmas. And I like, when I have a deck that I really love, that I really am into, I like to buy 2 of them because, and this sounds, some people think it's morbid. I don't think it's morbid, but I'm leaving my decks as a legacy to my girls, to my kids.
I remember you saying that before. Yeah.
And so, you know, I want them to have, each one have the decks that I like. And then I put I put notes in them as, to why I bought them and stuff like that. This is what I was going to tell you. I was really wanting to tell you, and before we even came on. So I had a friend of mine come over who collects tarot decks. He was a tarot student of mine. He studies tarot history. And he loves all kinds of divination. His name is Eric. And so he bought 2 of these, and he said, I have something vintage for you. He said, it might even be antique. I'm not sure. And he said, but I bought 2 and I want you to have one of them. So he comes over and he pulls this out of the bag.
Oh.
Now the copyright on these are 1937.
Okay.
And I did, he did also give me a PDF version of the book that kind of went with it. So these are, they're like fan.
Oh, I'm going to make you large screen for this.
Okay.
Keep going.
So they're like fan blades, right? And you pick them like you would the I Ching sticks.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a little peg that comes with it. Now my peg is missing that you would put through it and you would read the person's fortune that way. But I just thought these were the coolest thing. And I was so excited. And they're, you know, it's from 1937. So I do believe that makes it an antique.
That's great.
Yeah. That's like, and then my only other thing that, because I started with the, you know, with the edging thing, then I started with the marker thing.
Uh-huh.
And so I bought a bunch of Sharpies, chisel tip Sharpies, and then I bought these lovely things. They're called Prismacolor.
Yes.
Okay, so everybody that I know uses Winsor and Newton, and I saw these, and they're a little bit less expensive than the Winsor and Newtons are for us, and I'm excited because they come with a double, they're double-ended, so there's a fine line. Oh, this is the fine line, and then the chisel tip. And then I was on Wood Thrush Cottage's channel last night. If you have not gone over to Wood Thrush Cottage, Diane's channel, it's relatively new. She's lovely, and she does all these beautiful, like, very short, which I appreciate, very short videos, like maybe 7 minutes, 10 minutes long, where she's doing some kind of a project, like she might be drawing something or painting something, but she was doing something with markers yesterday. She was showing the markers, which are paint markers that dry glossy.
Oh.
But she had this really cool bag for her markers. It's called Deldei, Deldei. You can get them on the Amazon. Okay. And it's a telescopic bag. So the bottom's a little bit thinner than the top. It zips on the top. You stick your markers in. And then when you want to use them, you just pull the bottom down over the top and it makes like a holder.
That's wonderful. Richard Longmantero says, I use those, Jillie. They are great for edging.
Yay! Thank you, Richard.
Yeah. And oh, that's right. I think those are the ones Sandra said she's that Diane sent her some too.
Ooh. So. What, the glossy ones or the Prismacolors?
I don't know. And any of my mods out there able to link Diane? It's Wood Thrush Cottage.
Wood Thrush Cottage. I think Wood Thrush is one word.
Okay. So, yeah. Robin wants to know, can you read us a fan stick spread?
No.
Okay. Because it's new, right?
I don't know what I'm doing with them. I will, though. I mean, I will if I can. I'm going to try to figure them out. I just got them. But yeah. I mean, I will someday, not today.
Yeah. Sandra said the glossy ones.
Oh, I'm Jillie.
And MA hasn't, I haven't tried to edge a lighter colored deck yet, so she's still scared. And V Kestrel edged her first deck a couple of days ago, and it worked out good. Congratulations.
Which one? And come to the deck mod party on Saturday with us.
Wow.
Grab another one and mod it. or
Thank
just
you.
sit here and talk to us about the one that you did.
Yeah. Thank you, Zane and Sandra, who have both linked Diane's channel. So,
Such good mods.
yeah, yeah. So that's great. Oh my gosh. So
So I'm still waiting for a deck from Germany. It's been about a month. I'm getting a little concerned, but I'm trying to just like, it just takes a while sometimes,
yeah. I have the broken mirror coming, but it's coming from China.
Mm.
And I got a shipping notification about 3 weeks ago, and it has landed in the United States, but I don't know, um, when. So,
Mm.
but I am going out and about some this week, and so I'm worried that it'll show up when I can't just grab it. So, um, Debbie said, finally got my Kadumaro corner rounder as I can finish modding, said my druid craft.
I have not done corner rounding yet. That makes me a little nervous, as does chopping borders off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Made me like, I'm the person in chat when people talked about chopping borders off. I would get apoplectic. My heart would be palpitating and I'd be falling on the floor. But now that I've edged a deck, now I just want to do it all.
Right. Yeah. Antoinette said I need to edge my Tarot de Toro. Not sure what to use or color yet.
Ooh.
Robin wants to know if he can join the deck mod party.
Well, yeah, all you're doing it. You're going to come to the deck mod. It's going to be a lot. My live on Saturday. I'm not quite sure what time we're going to do it yet because Hen's going to be live with me, and I want to make sure that she can be awake and coherent.
Yeah. Yeah. Richard has done a walkthrough of the broken mirror, and he said earlier, Germany has had a lockdown again.
Oh my.
So
that could be it. Yeah, my one of my friends and a person from the tarot sphere, she has not done videos in a while. Her name is Lena from Fire of Transformation, I think was her name on YouTube. She's the person that was sending the deck over to me. I have to stand up for a second because I've got a cramp in my foot.
Oh yeah, go ahead. And there are several people. Richard has done a broken mirror walkthrough, and Galman Bozia 76 got their broken mirror a few days ago.
Wait a minute. Who is that person? Is that Eric? Is that you? Does it begin with a G?
Yes. Garman Bozia 76.
I think that's Eric.
Okay. Is that a good thing?
Yeah, that's the guy that gave me the fan things.
Oh, gosh, that was a lovely gift. If this is Eric, that's lovely.
Yeah, this is Eric. Fess up.
Yep, it is Eric.
Okay, yeah.
Yay. So lots of people are waiting for their copy of the broken mirror. So
I've told stories about Eric on my lives before because I taught a beginning tarot class for our university's continuing education program. And he came in the first night of class. He was one of the first, if not the first person to come. And he brought in, it's bigger than a shoebox. It was this like big deep box with about 50 tarot decks in it.
Wow.
And he set it down, and he said, I came because I know you're going to be teaching about tarot history, and like tarot history is my thing. Now, I was a tarot history newbie at that point. I still feel like I'm a I'm a novice. And I thought what went through my head was, oh shit. So I made him my TA for the night. And then after he told me I did a pretty good job, I thought he was going to be that student,
Yeah.
but he wasn't. He was great.
Well, that's great.
We've become friends since. Yep.
Wow.
There's Jonathan Daly. Hello, friend.
Jonathan's here. Thank you, Jonathan.
You missed my show and tell, though.
Yeah.
Oh, well. That's what the replay's for.
Yes, yes. So, and Jonathan, I don't know if you know Jillie, but she is Little Zen Crone. Oh my gosh.
All right.
We're having a casual, and
Yeah.
there will be a casual mod party on Saturday on Jillie's channel.
Yep.
So,
not mod as in moderator, mod as in modding decks.
Yes.
That's
mod.
That's what we're talking about. And in that one, I will share my edging disaster that happened.
Okay. Ooh, you tease everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely.
It was good. I fixed it, but I had a holy shit moment for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, I totally get that. I totally get that. So do you want me to show you some of mine?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's the deal, right?
Yes. So
are you going to be that guy?
I'm going to be that guy. I got the Golden Girls Tarot as well. I have not done a walkthrough for it yet.
So did I.
Oh my gosh. That's awesome. But also at the same time, I bought myself a copy of the Friends tarot cards.
I want to get that for Rachel. So. I got her the RuPaul for Christmas, but she really loves Friends too, so I thought I'd get her that.
Awesome. And also, I picked up the Music Oracles.
Ooh.
And this one I've got a bunch of flip throughs planned for Tarot Stash. So this will be there, but it's actually, it's a diverse, it comes with a little guidebook and it's fairly diverse. And the small guidebook is in color.
Nice. So where did you find that?
It was on Amazon and it was like, okay. So, and to have like Jimi Hendrix, Billie Holiday, Grace Jones, Lady Gaga. So
may go on my wish list.
Yeah, and it's so it's pretty nice.
So so what is it? I can't see what it says on there. So what does it say?
This is Amy Winehouse, and it's like, learn to love your truant heart. Honeymoons should last a lifetime, and treat your scars as your best feature.
Nice.
So, and so Neem is like going, did you just flash me with
no buddy?
Well, yeah, I did just flash you with Prince. So talk about a fabulous artist, Prince. Man.
That was a sad day.
That was a huge loss. Huge loss. So Beyonce is on the back, and then John Lennon. So
nice. Wow. Did that just come up in your feed, or did you search for it?
It came up in my feed.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, and I like to consider decks as well. I just don't. It's like, and but it's like, okay. So I'm putting stuff back. And MA is still not over, I believe. Oh, deck name. Wait a minute. Deck name, please. It is I will show. It is the Music Oracles. Water Child Tarot. Is that the one you wanted? So Music Oracles. I got it off of Amazon. So
There's an oracle for everything.
There is. There is. And by the way, Kristen Louise was listening in. I saw her pop up. She's driving. But speaking of oracles, Kristen Louise will have an oracle deck coming out sometime. You know, I'm just loving that process. She is.
She's working on it.
I
I think
also,
Dane's working on another tarot deck.
yes, I got the Weaver's Oracle. I I have not started using it yet. Do you like that?
Isn't that OOP?
Yes, but
Nice.
connections were very
Found
good.
it. Yes, nice.
So, so they're journey cards and travel guides. So I'm looking forward to diving deep with this one. So, and it comes in a nice little black pouch. So it's like, ooh. So yes, I had an opportunity and I said yes. So that's the Weaver's Oracle. And Jezebel said, I think everyone should have the Weaver's Oracle.
Sadly,
Yeah.
somebody does not.
Yeah. And Jezebel didn't know that it was out of print. So, but so
Yeah.
the one that Tarot Stash just posted a walkthrough of, or a flip through of, which was when Tarot Stash scheduled it, it should have been scheduled for 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard instead of 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's the Nick Bantock, the Archeo,
Ooh.
and it's the personal archetype cards.
Wow.
And so and this, what I think is hilarious, if I do it like this, it sort of looks like me, right?
It does.
You know, so it's like it's me.
Mm-hmm.
So go to Tarot Stash, one word with an E at the end, and you can see the flip through of that. Jezebel said it is not out of print. You can still buy it on her page still, The Weavers. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Jezebel.
So, and
now, okay, so depthier thing.
yes,
I would spend money on that deck now, because that's just something that, I mean, it's a classic, right?
yeah.
So yeah. Thank you for that, Jezebel. I really thought that it was out of print.
Yeah. And Neem just ordered the Music Oracle. So
that's the way we do it.
And it looks like Seventh Wave Music UK has the Weavers. And Eric just ordered the Archeo a few days ago with Llewellyn's Beltane sale. So
wow.
yeah. So
I
was
need to remember you and Richard, your Tarot Stash channel, and Richard Longman Tarot. I don't get all of your. I have to go make sure I've got the bell.
Yeah.
You know, it says all.
Okay. Well, yeah. And I actually have I when the lighting is good, I try to film. I try to film several and then I schedule them. So I have like 2 videos out on Tarot Stash scheduled through the first week in July.
Wow.
So, but my personal goal is I want to do a flip through of all of my decks. So
wow, that'll be fun.
Yeah,
that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, Jonathan is doing his first modification. I'm edging the World Spirit Tarot.
Do it Saturday.
Yeah. So the other thing that I wanted to show you is I recently purchased the Mystic Masters by Danny Mystic.
Okay.
And she has an Etsy shop called Witch and the Wild. And I bought the nice little bag that comes with it.
That is pretty.
Coming up for a there will be a flip through of that. But while I was there, she had other things. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie put up the Weaver's Oracle. But while she was there, I also bought Witch in the Wild Sweetgrass and Sage Smudge Spray.
Oh, I bet you that smells heavenly.
It does. It does. And then I also bought 2 potion bottles that were there. And this one is the Moon Phases.
That's really pretty.
Yes. And I do stuff with moon water. And then I also got one that I don't know if you can see it really well, but
That
it's actually the moon engraved on it. So
that's beautiful.
yeah.
That's my favorite right there.
So yeah, I'm a fan of this one. So
Mm,
but Ginger Faye loves the Mystic Masters, so
mm,
I
mm,
was
mm.
thrilled about these. So and
It's always nice to find treasures like that, isn't it?
yeah, yeah, and so and I like supporting local, artists and stuff like that. So,
Me
and
too.
the shipping was good. And I had written in the notes, I had said, I think you might want to do an oracle deck, a companion deck for the Mystic Masters. And she was, oh look, Jamie is on it. Links is there. So
I bet you she will.
yeah.
Whoops.
Well, she does. It's actually, I think it's being released or it will be released soon.
Wow.
So
That was like, she did that within a year. Because didn't Mystic Masters just come out last year?
yep, yep.
I love it when people can, like, I don't know if you were there when I interviewed Kelly Burton, and she said that the Journey of the Sacred Bee she had that done in like a couple of months.
Mm,
And it
wow.
just, it fascinates me that people can, I think when it comes to you, it comes,
Yeah.
I think Zane has said that to me too. Like, one he can, once he's inspired or once something, it's something that like clicks in your brain. I don't have that particular clicker, so I don't quite understand it. But once it clicks, you just go and it
Yeah.
happens. I'm kind of like that with writing though.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. And I am better if I wonder if it's better when I don't ignore it or argue with the click.
Yes.
So, but
Yes. So I have a question for you. I know this is, it's your channel, but I do have a question. Are you knitting anything?
I am not knitting anything.
Nothing on the needles?
I do have a hat on the needles for my fiance that has been on the needles for about 3 years because I have pulled it out about 3 times.
I can
And
relate.
it's like, oh, but yeah. So, but that's sort of how I was expecting to do a lot of knitting and a lot of quilting and a lot of other stuff in 2020, but that didn't happen. So
Mm-hmm.
2021 is a new year. So it's like, okay.
That's right.
Yeah. So
And
Robin said, yes, when it comes to you, it comes. I did my deck in 4 hours.
that's right. I remember that. Now I remember that because I was there. Did you you either did a live or a premiere to release your deck? And I remember you saying that it took you 4 hours and I was amazed.
Yeah.
See, you're another amazing creator, Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you crochet pretty quickly too. Like you can crochet up a bag in no time flat.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's Jezebel's like poor fiance walking around with a cold ears waiting for a hat.
Right?
Okay, well that's not the case because he has like 3 other hats. So, that was something it was like, okay, um, you know, it's like, of course, if you date me, you either knit or you quilt. So, but what are you knitting?
Well, as we know, as you know anyway, I was knitting a cardigan. The directions turned out to be problematic, and I ripped it out a couple times, and then I got the whole back knit, and it didn't look quite right. I knit a gauge swatch for the first time in my life. I checked my gauge, everything was right. I got the whole back knit, and it was almost down to my knees and big enough to fit you and me in.
Wow.
So I took it out and I talked to you and I said, I'm now freaking determined I'm going to do this. And you said, why don't you put it in your timeout basket for a while?
Yep.
And I thought, probably a good idea. So I did. And now I am knitting a shawl for a friend, which is the best kind of knitting to do. And it's almost done.
That's lovely. Jen says, let's see what you're knitting right now, Jillie.
I can go get it. Do you mind if okay, I'll go get it.
Yeah. And Sandra has one of Robin's crocheted bags. And Gage is a fickle mistress. But here's the thing. She did a gauge swatch.
Yeah.
And there are other people who've talked about this pattern on Ravelry that there's issues with it.
Yeah, there are issues with the pattern. So, and Sandra also has one of my hand knit scarves.
Oh, nice.
So let's see. I want to turn it around the right way. And I want to make sure that nothing falls off the needle because that would be tragic. All right. So this is called the Boneyard Shawl.
I'm going to embiggen you.
Okay.
There you go.
It's called the Boneyard Shawl.
Mm-hmm.
And it's by West Knits. There's a tutorial for it on the tubes, on the YouTubes. And I am using a DK weight yarn, and it's from Lion Brand, and it's a cotton blend, so you can throw it in the washer.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, I agree, Waterchild. It's like, the gauge is one thing, but then when there's issues with the pattern, that's on the designer, and it's like, so.
Yeah, I mean, anybody that's ever knit, I actually was talking to Diane from Wood Thrush Cottage about it, because remember she had you bind off one stitch on one side and then knit to the other side and slip knit, which is a totally different bind off technique or decrease technique. And why would you do that? It looks different.
Yeah.
So now here's what Jillie's going to do. I'm going to knit a couple shawls, and then I'm going to go back to that cardigan, and I'm going to do what I think I should do.
Good. Zane put a link in for the video of the Boneyard Shawl.
Oh, thanks.
There, thank you.
That is fun. It's fun. If anybody's a knitter, it's really easy to do, and it's fun. So
yeah, Jezebel likes buying yarn as much as buying tarot decks. I like
bright colors
and shimmery strands and lots of color shifts. I do, and then add quilting into that, and I am just a complete and utter, oh my gosh. So
it's crazy. Zane has a sewing machine that he has yet to use, and I've only used mine a couple times. I mean, I do sew, but well, I shouldn't even say that anymore because I haven't sewn in a gazillion years. But I come from a long line of sewers. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Yeah. We should have a show us your stash. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
The quilting looks quite hard. It's actually not, because it's not as hard as you think, especially when you have a decent pattern. And I always laugh because when I first started, so I first started quilting because a friend of mine from work took a class at a fabric store, and sort of got lost in it. And my sister teaches quilting. And so I had arranged for us to go to my sister's house and spend the weekend so she could get help.
Hi, Elaine.
Elaine's here. Hello. Hi, Elaine. So, yes, you've got your jacket. I remember that video. So, um, and Zane says, I'm so excited to start so seeing, or should I say, so excited. So, but you know, my joke is that a 1/4 inch is just a suggestion for quilting. So, do you want to
Yes.
see my first quilt?
Yes.
Okay, because
Okay,
I
now
actually,
I'll talk. Oh no, you have it right there.
oh, I have it. I
Look
was
at
like, I want to
you.
show Jillie my first quilt. So this is my first quilt.
That is so cool. Gerald, that's so cool.
And what was interesting is this is a variation of something called the Jelly Roll Race
Okay.
or a 1600. It's basically, you know how you can buy rolls of strips, 2.5 inch
Yes,
strips of fabric.
I do know that now.
Yes. You can sew the short ends of those together and make a really long tube
Yep.
or make a long strip.
Yep.
So when my sister and I got together to help pick out my fabric, I didn't find a roll that I liked. So I just went through the shop and picked these colors, these different fabrics. Some of them are the same line and some of them aren't.
Okay.
Um, and
You hand cut your squares.
okay, so what I did is like, oh, you know, and this is where I have problems with getting stuff done. Is because, okay, so it's 2.5 inch strips, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun if I cut some 2.5 inch squares and sewed those together? And then I even went crazy and I said, well, what would happen if I made 4 patches instead of just the 2.5 inch square?
Oh, look at you
So
doing the math.
yeah, so basically what I did was I made something that you could finish in probably 6 hours easily, take all weekend. Because I was
You did
cutting
it your own.
I did. Yeah, I was cutting 2.5 inch squares and then sewing them together, and it was crazy. But I love it, and it was just a
It's
lot of fun.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay, so you machine quilt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then I'm also a believer is that the back should just be as exciting as the front. You really can't see it, but so I got some design stuff going on the
You
back as
do.
well. So, but yeah,
And
that
that
was
was your first quilt.
yep, yep.
He is an overachiever, Jamie. Way overachiever.
Thank
Way,
you, everybody. Thank you.
way.
So, but yeah, they're fun. They're fun. Kim wants me to go big screen, so let me do that and show.
Okay. Go
So
big. And I think that Regina Tarot is here. Yep.
yeah.
Hey, hey, Regina. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Some people say Regina, some people say Regina.
So, and what was interesting is the laying out of the back, you know, was really enjoyable. I absolutely loved it and had a lot of fun. So,
It's beautiful.
thank you. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate that.
So, what are they doing on the retreat this weekend? Because you're going to a quilting retreat.
I'm going on a quilting retreat, and we have rented a house that has been renovated and set up to allow um 12 quilters to quilt all in the same space. And so
Wow.
they've got it all set up with lots of outlets, good lighting. And so I have to make sure my sewing machine works because I have 4 quilts that I need to finish by putting the front borders on and then sew the back
Mhm.
together. And I also have an art quilt that I can finish. If my sewing machine isn't working well, I will be doing some hand stitching of that art quilt. So,
Do you guys drink wine while you're doing this, or is it there's no wine while we quilt?
oh, there's wine when you quilt. There's also,
Okay,
there's also any beverage that you care to have is acceptable.
gotcha.
And we do every 50 minutes we try to remind everybody to get up and move
Yeah, that's
because
a good thing.
it's it's like yeah, drunk sewing. Yep. So but
Okay, so does everybody then do you do potluck for dinner? Like everybody takes turns cooking, or do you go out, or what do you do? I don't know
uh,
how
um
this works.
yeah, oh no, I mean, in this case, everybody's responsible for their own food, but there are people who have graciously offered to fix, like there's going to be spaghetti one night for dinner, and some
Mhm.
people are bringing different stuff. So it'll be lovely, and
Yeah.
it'll be awkward because I know only five of the people there, or five or six people there, and there are 12 of us, so it'll
You're
be
gonna meet
like
new friends.
making new friends. And so what I was also thinking about doing is I want to modify my Terra of the She. And I thought, oh, I could take that, but I'm not sure how that'll work. Yes,
Okay.
Kim, I will share what I do. And it looks like Water Child Tarot. I'm a disaster at sewing. I don't think alcohol would help. It
Oh,
draw blood on every project. Oh my. And
oh, Candy missed you showing your quilt. She said she'll watch it back. That's what the replays are for.
sorry, Candy. So, but yeah. So, hi, Naomi. So,
Naomi's here. Hey,
yeah,
Naomi.
yeah. So, we're almost at an hour, and I want to be respectful of your time because if anybody knows me, I can sort of ramble quite a bit. So, what's coming up on your channel?
Well, I've taken a little bit of time off, and it's time to get back into the. So what happened was is that I took time off because Bennett is getting ready to. He's going to be moving this summer,
Okay.
and he lives one town over, and he was working weekends. So he worked Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So he would come over one of Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday and hang out with me.
Uh-huh.
And so I didn't have time to film because I had stuff going on the other days.
Of
And
course.
I was just lazy and took time off. So now his shift has changed. So now he's working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So now I have more time because my Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays are open. So what I'm going to do is I have the notes for the last two of the series on the Noble Eightfold Path that I'm going to do. And then we're going to start doing our deep deck dive into the witch's wisdom,
I think
which
that's
I'm
great.
excited about. Um, who's coming up? Uh, who is coming up? I think Sean Weston is coming up on Wine and Tarot. He is the creator of one of my favorite oracles, the Whisper in the Ear Oracle, and he
Okay.
has another one coming out. The Whisper in the Ear Oracle was a limited run. I can't even remember how many he did. It was very small, and they sold out immediately. And he is doing it's called Another Whisper in the Ear,
Oh,
and
nice.
that should be hopefully coming out soon. We're gonna ask him when he comes on.
Good.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's going on on my channel.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And your channel, just so everybody knows, is Little Zen Crone. And you should go over and you should subscribe, you should like, and you should click the bell.
Look,
So,
guys, I have never ever, I've been on YouTube for, I think it's 4 or 5 years now. Numbers are not my thing. I take a break when I want to take a break. I
sure.
sometimes do 3 videos in a week. I sometimes do 0. But I was telling Gerald this right before our daughter as she got married, the weekend she got married, I was at 595. So, no, 495. So I was like, oh God, 5 to get to 500. So the kids all came in the house and they all subscribed, which was nice.
That's nice.
And I think Mark subscribed. So there was there were 5. Anyway, then, so now I'm at 930 something. So I've got 70 to go. I've already got the gift for the giveaway.
Ooh.
It's here. It's arrived. So I'm anticipating that sometime this year I'll be at 1,000.
Nice.
And there will be cake and wine. Maybe confetti. Some balloons.
Cake and wine. So Elaine said we have 2 sorts of sewing and knitting groups here, both with wine, of course. One is a knit and natter, and the other is stitch and bitch evening.
Yes.
Yeah. And oh shoot, I forgot to bring it in. I have a coffee cup that when I would go to knitting in public, as we called it, it said "fuck off, I'm knitting."
Ah!
So just simply put. So it looks like
I knew that much.
Hen is heading out, getting herself to bed.
Who's heading out, getting themselves to bed?
Hen.
Oh, night. Wait a minute. Hen, it's morning.
So, well.
Oh, maybe you probably were up late.
Yeah.
Good night, Hen.
Zane says, I'm so hyped for the deep dive. And, I think these deep dives, the idea of them are absolutely wonderful. I think it's great. And lots of people are like, they're very excited for what you're doing. So,
thanks.
But
thanks, people. I appreciate all of you too.
Yeah. So I just did, I continue to do my #gratitude challenge 2021. I'm doing weekly with that. So sometime I have to, you did the gratitude challenge.
I did.
And
I did. I hope Hen will do another one in the summer, like, the daily one.
Yeah.
She went to bed now, but we'll have to ask her to do one.
So I've been doing that, and it's been a great way for me to get to know some decks.
Mm-hmm.
And so I even and right now I'm using the Muse Tarot, but I also bought a big journal just for my gratitude, my daily gratitude stuff.
Nice.
So that works. And next week, and I just put this out, I'm doing a tried spread revisited with Richard from Longman Tarot.
Mm-hmm.
And that's next Tuesday. And I think for the live next Tuesday, I'm going to do my reading because I created a spread for it. It's Tell Me About Joy. And that's on my channel. And people can go to Tried Spread Revisited Facebook group that Richard created. So
cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. And then soon I will be having a guest on to chat about the Deviant Moon Tarot.
I heard who that's going to be. I got a spoiler alert, but I won't tell.
Well, yeah.
Are you going to tell?
Well, I don't know if this person would be okay with me telling.
Okay.
If this person is in chat, would such person be interested? And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about what we love about the Deviant Moon, what we struggled with, how we came across it, and there's all sorts of things. And it is the lovely Sandra from the Whispering Well. And so it'll just be an opportunity to show off our decks and all of that stuff. So,
You know, I really appreciate people who appreciate the Deviant Moon and the Marielle. I struggle with both of those decks. And so I just really I really appreciate people who find I appreciate like the artists, like the art of it,
yes.
but I can't connect with the decks themselves.
Yeah. Well, and it sort of surprised me, and how
Mhm.
it worked for me. So, but we could talk about that. Elaine thanks us for a lovely evening. And
Thank you for coming.
yeah, and I hope you find your knitting mojo too. Oh,
Yeah.
there's a tarot, there's a knitting oracle that's on Kickstarter that I didn't back or anything like that, but I was just curious um if there's like a tarot knitting spread or something like that.
Oh boy. If
So
there's not, we should do one.
yeah, because first thing you need to do is check your gauge. No, the first thing you need to do is read your pattern. Then you have to buy the proper yarn. Then you just have to do a gauge swatch. So,
I'm thinking of things like what pearl of wisdom
ooh, look at
is
that.
that?
Wow. And Neem said, maybe you two can help me find the deviant love for the deviant moon. I don't
Yeah,
not like it. I just don't do love it. Yeah.
yeah. That was me too, Neem.
Yeah.
That's why Mendy wound up with my Deviant Moon, and I wound up with a Marcella from Pablo Robledo.
Oh, okay.
That's how that happened.
Yeah. There is a Knitter's Lenormand deck on Kickstarter right now. So,
Oh, cool.
and Debbie heard that there is a yarn tarot coming out. So,
Oh, exciting.
yeah. Which stitch can you drop from your day?
Yes.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, because I used to teach knitting, and I was that teacher who, I would tell people when they first started, this project is supposed to stink. It's supposed to be horrible. Don't expect it to be the glorious thing. And they drop a stitch, and I would actually pick it up and show them how to do that, and then I would actually drop the stitch again and make them do it while
Oh,
I was there. Because I'm like going, you're going to be knitting at like midnight, and there's not going to be anybody around to help you. So,
mhm.
oh, and Sandra actually, has a deviant moon tattoo as well.
She does.
Wow. I love it. Sandra, you minx. Mm, mm. So, all right. Well, everybody, thank you so very much. Thank you, Jillie
It's been
from
so
Little
much
Zen Crone.
fun.
So,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. And everybody, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes.
Um,
All you Brits have a great night's sleep, and all you Americans have a great rest of your day.
there you go.
Oh,
Take
it's
care,
still
everybody.
morning for Jonathan, I think.
Do
Have a
what?
good morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So, all right, everybody. Bye.
Take care. Bye.